We have the whole crew down here this morning. Dad's with us. He's down on the other end of this property where I got on that bird that you guys saw in the last video. So he's down there. Chance is behind the camera. We're back here in this far corner. In the last blog, you saw those turkeys come out of this corner right out here in front of me. I think they come out on private, but they cross right here. So we got the Jake decoy out. We're hoping when they cross into this field, they'll see that Jake decoy and then come up here real quick. We can't hunt that field, so we got to try to pull them into the grass here. So that's what we're going to try to do this morning. Going to wait them out. They were out here pretty early yesterday, so we'll wait for them to probably walk behind the camera here and get out here in this field. Yes, dude. Oh my God. We've waited so long for that, dude. Yes. That worked, dude. That worked just like it was supposed to. Right down the bottom. I don't know if they heard us calling the whole time or just happened to come this way and then heard us. I think they kind of heard us the whole time with this high wind. There was just no way of knowing if they were coming or if they heard you. And we'd heard a hen, or we saw a hen right out here earlier. It's just a spot. This is where they always like to go. It's right out here in this cornfield. They've been there every morning. And we finally got them back here. And they came from there, which usually they flip around on the private, but they came in back there. And we had seen that hen, like I said. I had snuck up there just to see if I could see that hen. And then Chance started whistling at me. He's like, they're right back here in the bottom. And like, they were right back here in the bottom. I snuck back, I called, and they gobbled right back there. And they were closer than when Chance heard them. And then they were probably only 20 yards behind us, but we got a steep drop off behind us here. And then we called a little bit up here and they can't see through these cedars. They circled all the way around, got over there, and then I called once when they couldn't see us over there, and they started coming up the side of this field, got that Jake decoy out there. The minute they saw that, they come running in. I was able to blast them. I didn't want to give them too much time to peek around that corner. They were pretty close together, and then when they kind of separated enough, I just pulled the trigger and got him. Might be getting a lot of wind noise with this, so if you didn't hear any of that, or we have to cut a lot of it out, we're gonna try to go get him, and then we'll put him somewhere else, get down in the bottom where you can hear us. We'll text Dad too, because he's sitting over there. Don't know if he could hear that or not, but we got one, finally. Good job, dude. We got him moved over here out of the wind, so hopefully you can hear us a little bit better, but it was a hunt that went from 0 to 60 pretty fast, and I think that's usually probably how turkey hunting goes most of the time. You feel like you're kind of out of it, and then all of a sudden you're right back in it. We felt we were out of it this morning because they weren't going out to that field like they were. Yesterday there was 15 or so birds out there, and then today we sit there and there's nothing, and we think maybe the strong winds are having something to do with it, but we knew that field was where they wanted to be, and with the wind being as high as it was, we're not gonna walk around. It's like 30-mile-an-hour winds. We're not gonna walk around and be able to just strike one up without spooking them. And the two things for me were the patience. Usually, I've learned, at least this year for sure, is that about the time I want to get up, I need to sit another 45 to an hour later. And the second thing is that when turkeys, when you call to them and they gobble, they heard you. They know where you are. They know where you are. That's one thing that we haven't done in the past. We've called probably way too much. They knew we were here from this morning and from periodic calling just throughout the morning. We only probably called 5 different times over 2 hours. But they could hear it, and then once they seen that Jake decoy, you can tell from where we had the Jake decoy when we got up there to look, that they got to a certain point, and you could see them, and then they just came running in. And that was the thing we were interested to see, is once they got around that corner and they saw the Jake decoy, if they were going to come in or turn around. And I figured with it being 2 toms, the odds were good. They're probably going to come in still. So that was pretty good. This is actually a bird that I saw yesterday. I'll overlay the footage. You may have already seen it, but there's a bird I saw out there. There's the three toms yesterday, and this was one of them because he's got this broken tail fin there. So 0 to 60, I think, is the story on this one. It was nothing, and we were like, what the heck? Like, this is the worst day we've had on this property since we started hunting it, and then all of a sudden it was the best day we've had on this property. It just can change like that, and I think that's something to take away from it, is it could be slow, but you got to keep your head in it and trust what you've seen and what you've experienced. Especially if you already know. Like, if we would have, the first time down here, it wouldn't have played out the same, because we wouldn't have known that the birds wanted to be on the field, especially when you know it. That's easier to be patient. Yeah. Finally got it done. Public land, Nebraska bird. We're gonna meet up with Dad, see what he saw. I don't think he saw anything. Show him the bird and get out of here. What you got? Got me a bird.
Let's see him. Oh yeah. Was he close?
Yes, he was. Got some good old spurs on it. I heard the shot.
I'd worked my way all the way to the south part, and I thought, I didn't see nothing. I'm gonna just move around a little bit, and I heard boom. I mean, it seemed like a long ways away, but I was waiting, nothing come, and finally I had to text Chance. I'm like, did you guys shoot? Well, there we got one.
Yep.
Finally. We've been so close so many times yesterday.
Sweet. And then you gotta lug him all the way up.
Yeah.